South Australia I was born.
Heave away, haul away.
In South Australia round Cape Horn.
We're bound for South Australia.
Haul away, you're rolling king.
Heave away, haul away.
Haul away, you'll hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia.
5 months since we were last in this state, and once again we are bound for South Australia. We leave Culgra heading south, cross over the NTSA border with no problems, and work our way down to Coober Pedy, the opal capital of the world. Welcome to a new episode. We are here at the SA border.
The SA-NT border. So we're popping into SA for maybe a week, just to do a couple of things that we didn't get to do.
Up in the north?
Yeah, up in the north when we were there last time, because they were just a little bit out of reach. And the weather's a little bit better now than when we were there. So we're gonna head down to Coober Pedy today.
Yeah, so it's been 4.5 months since we were last in SA.
Yeah, so it'd be weird going back into SA and doing all those SA type things.
I know, looking forward to Coober Pedy though.
Yeah, I really wanted to do Coober Pedy, so we questioned whether we should bother coming all the way down here because it's a lot of driving, it's a long way, but you know, we've got a bit of time, so we thought, let's just do it, get it done, visit Coober Pedy, and then we can tick that off the bucket list as well.
Yeah, and it's very outbacky. It kind of continues our outbacky theme from Central Australia.
Yeah, exactly. So plan is to do the Coober Pedy, check out Coober Pedy, and then maybe a couple of days doing the Oodnadatta track as well. And I think that will be a week done there.
Yeah. Well, I hope the weather's okay, because at the moment, NT is blue skies and sunny, and SA is grey.
It's rubbish.
And ominous.
And it rained just a tiny bit today. And that's the first time we've seen rain in months. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, so yeah, it's a bit unusual to have weather like this. I don't think we've even seen clouds in a little while.
I know, it's been a while.
Anyway, yeah, let's head into SA and head down to Coober Pedy.
Yeah, got a bit of a drive today.
Yeah, 4 hours, but you know, we'll just smash it out.
Okay, hope you enjoy this episode. Good morning from a sunny and slightly windy Coober Pedy.
Yeah, pretty cool. We made it all the way south from Coober Pedy to Coober Pedy in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and we're standing here in front of the blower, which is the famous Coober Pedy sign.
Yeah.
Now the blower here is basically what they use to suck all the dirt out of the mines. So it's basically a giant vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and you see them everywhere around here, like just driving around town and around the outskirts. They're dotted everywhere, these blowers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we got here yesterday, and we've had a bit of planning done last night, and I think we've got an idea of what we want to do while we're here.
Yeah, I think we'll check out some mine tours. They do a lot of guided mine tours, which will be pretty cool. Maybe do some fossicking or noodling while we're here.
Yeah.
Check out the Kanagroo Orphanage and maybe do the Oodnadatta, bit of the Oodnadatta as well, which isn't too far from here.
Yeah, there's lots of underground buildings as well, which might be worth checking out.
Check out the churches and stuff. But yeah, there's actually quite a lot to do here. We didn't realise there was so much to do, so we might have to extend our stay by a couple of days maybe.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Who's your friend?
It's
then more. He's digging, but he's frozen forever now.
We're now at Tom's working opal mine.
Yes, so we thought we'd come and check out a working opal mine. This morning we were in a historic old miners kind of mine, and now this is a modern day working one. So apparently this is really good. So we're going to go on a guided tour which will hopefully take us through some of the mines. We can see some of the machinery working.
Yeah, apparently they've got all the latest machinery here.
Yeah, see some of this, like the streams of opal throughout the cave, which will be pretty cool. And maybe do some noodling over there, which is kind of like...
fossicking for opals,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, so all the miners' waste, all the rock that they kind of grind up and just leave, you can kind of sift through it and see if you can find anything. So we might do a bit of that while we're here.
Yeah, that should be good.
And best of all, this place lets you take your dog. So Archie's coming on the tour with us. He's very happy.
Shut him up, he fills up with water. This goes back in. As I say, there's something missing on this one that's pretty important. The electric motor's gone. So it should have electric motor with a pulley nut and a belt on it, and it just turns like that. Now after about an hour it'll be clean, but you will have to change your water at least 3 times. The reason for that is the water gets like chocolate, it's really thick. You've got to keep it pretty nice and clean, and eventually the opal's clean. You lift this up, wash it out with a garden hose, take the lid off, tip it into a bucket of water, and it should look like that. Okay, that's a rough pass. So you've seen these up top, haven't you? Definitely seen them. Okay. Now, a blower's got a 200 horsepower diesel motor. It drives a fan. Now that's the fan housing, and that shoots the dust up in the air. Inside that fan housing is one of those right there. That's the fan that creates the suction. Okay, we spin them for a tunnel machine at 4,200 RPM. For hand mining, what we're about to do here, we spin them at 3,500, no more. Because if you tried 4,200, no way you keep up with it by hand. You won't even keep up with this one. And that's only 3,500. So, see this pipe here? That's the pipe that goes underground. So that's this guy. Okay, the dirt comes up this pipe, into the hopper, and when it gets in the hopper, it's like going into a vacuum, and it just drops into the bin.
just checked out the Serbian Orthodox Church here, which was beautiful.
Yeah, really interesting. It's just a single room church, but the way they've carved it into the rock is really impressive. The ceiling is so cool as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So it's $5 donation to come in, or more, as we only had a $20 note on us.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah,
don't mind donating to something so amazing like this.
It's really impressive.
You know, underground church, you'll never get to see one ever anywhere else. It's really impressive.
Yeah, no, it was really good. And then it had a balcony at the back and an upper level with a baptismal font. And then I'm not sure you can really call this a stained glass window, but it's more a colourful window that's got images on it.
But definitely worth checking out. It's a very, very unique thing that you'll only find here in Coober Pedy. So yeah, we're really glad we came and check it out.
Yeah, definitely worth a pop in.
Yeah, there's another church as well, I think, in town. So we'll go check that one out as well. Well, we're here at the Comfort Inn. We decided to splurge tonight and try out a room underground in this underground hotel.
It's got to be done, really, if you're in Coober Pedy.
Yeah, you can't not do it. And the handy thing is the free camp where we stored our caravan for the night. It's just down the road, so we can kind of come and go as we need to, and we don't feel so bad leaving it there when we're just two houses down kind of thing. But
yep, and the Comfort Inn here has pet-friendly rooms, so Archie can join us.
Yeah, how amazing is that? So, yeah, it'd be really good to experience what underground living is kind of like in Coober Pedy while we're here. And yeah, I think I'm keen to go check out our room.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh. How cool is this?
Yeah, very cool.
So much space. So this must be
this
must be the ventilation shaft, and they've put an umbrella to catch any bits that might fall down.
Yeah.
That's clever. Amazing. Our plan for today was to go and do the Oodnadatta track, and as beautiful as the weather is now, the weather forecast says this afternoon it's going to start raining and it's going to rain overnight. So based on that, we decided that maybe we leave the Oodnadatta track for another day. And so here we are at Fayes underground home and mine.
Yeah, so we'll check this out, and what better way to spend a miserable, or what will be a miserable day underground?
Yeah.
Or in the caravan. So I think we've got a couple of hours. We'll have a look around at a few things, and then, yeah, maybe get some video editing done this afternoon and tidy the caravan and stuff when it's raining.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's going to rain.
I know,
though, does it?
it's hard to imagine that the weather's going to turn at the moment.
Yeah.
Although, that being said, I woke up at 6:30 and
thunder. Yeah.
popped to the loo, and it was sort of ominous clouds and thunder, and that was
Yeah.
only a few hours ago.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, see if it turns.
Yeah, but we've heard good things about Fayes, so looking forward to seeing this. As we mentioned before, yesterday was quite windy and stormy. It's still windy and there's some ominous clouds again, so I don't think we're going to have very good weather today.
They look terrible in the background. I was just saying to Hannah. So
yeah, so we were planning what else we wanted to do while we were here, and one of them was go on the Oodnadatta track. Our plan was to go on William Creek Road from Coober Pedy to William Creek. Unfortunately, that road's closed at the moment, which is the road that gets you to the Oodnadatta track, and a big section of the Oodnadatta track is closed as well. So I think we're going to have to just re-evaluate what we do. There's another national park just north of Coober Pedy called the Kanagroo Breakaways. Which was something we also wanted to see, and Moon Plains and Dingo Fence. So I think we might have to just pivot and leave the Oodnadatta track for another time.
Well, I wanted to do both ideally, but we're staying at Ribas, and we just drove down the road because we could see the sign. So we just thought, we'll check it out for tomorrow because we're going to plan on going out tomorrow, and then it's closed. So very frustrating.
There was a fair bit of rain last night.
Yeah, there's huge puddles in town, so there was a fair bit of rain, and the wind was unbelievable. So by far the strongest wind we've had on the trip so far. And it's been really windy today, and Hannah said that the storms are in the background, so it could be stormy again tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we don't want to keep, we're sort of ready to move on. We've been here a good few nights now.
Yeah.
And we're keen to get up to Queensland for a bit of heat. This morning was the first morning we had the heater on, the air conditioning on heat. It was 14 degrees in the caravan.
And you can probably hear the wind at the moment, so apologies if it's a bit windy.
Yeah, it's howling. I might bring this a little bit closer. We might be zoomed in, but you can hear us. So yeah, but you know, them was the breaks. I think is that what they say.
Yeah, we already waited around waiting for the last 2 days and to do the Oodnadatta track. And we can't wait any longer. Unfortunately, we need to make a move. So I think, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to give it a miss this time and come back when it's not so windy and wet.
Yeah, but I really like Coober Pedy, so I'd be happy coming back here sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still so much we can do here that we won't be able to do this time around. So, I think we'll come back on another trip definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not too far. It's only 1,300 kilometers from Melbourne, so it's not that far away.
Yeah.
this morning we've headed out to the Breakaways, which is about 20 or 30 kilometres outside of Coober Pedy.
Yep, the sun is back out today, which is good.
Yeah, that's right, finally. But the wind's still here, so you may not be able to hear a thing we're saying. But yeah, this little conservation park just outside Coober Pedy, you need to pay $11 at the visitor centre to get a permit or a pass to get in here. But it's a lovely little spot, and there's some amazing lookouts to check out.
Yeah, and what's great for Archie is one dog is allowed on a short lead.
Yep, so Tick, Archie can come with us. So he's been stuck in the caravan and the campsite for a while, but yeah, this is a really stunning spot. I think the best time to check it out is sunrise or sunset, but unfortunately we can't make those, so we came this morning, but it still didn't disappoint. Check out some of these views.
Yeah, it kind of blows your mind thinking that this was all once just one big sea. So you've got all of these sort of mesas and valleys, but this would have been the seabed and at one time, and then it's all eroded from here. Amazing. You may wonder why we've stopped in front of a fence. Well, this is no ordinary fence. We have met this fence once before, many months ago, as we were crossing the Nullarbor. If you've been watching all of our episodes, I think it was episode 15. So this is the dingo fence, the world's longest fence. So as I mentioned, we crossed it at the Nullarbor, and that's because it goes all the way from across South Australia and all the way up into Queensland. The job of this fence is to keep the dingoes up north away from all of the sheep grazing areas down south. Oh no, Archie, how did you manage to get to the wrong side of the fence?
The last stop here at the Breakaways is a place called Moon Plains, and it's pretty obvious why this place is called Moon Plains. Just look at this. This is what we found. So we've done some noodling, some nighttime noodling. We've just come back and we're just going to have a look. I know it looks bad at the moment, but there's lots of opal in here. There's loads. So it just looks like muddy water, but it's here somewhere, I'm sure of it. I'm not so sure.
As we started this episode at this sign on the other side coming into South Australia, it only seemed fitting to finish the episode here too. So we just spent this last week popping into South Australia from the NT.
Yeah, we spent about a week in Coober Pedy, which was awesome. I'm so happy I got to do it because we did scratch it off the list and thought just too hard, not enough time, but we decided, you know what, let's just go, and it was totally worth it. It was an awesome place and I loved it.
Yeah, so credit to Chris because I was more than happy just to skip it.
Yeah, and it was definitely not worth skipping.
No,
go to Coober Pedy.
I was really pleased we went.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for another week. So we're going to head north, keep driving. We've already been driving for hours today and I'm really tired, but we've got a few more hours to drive. We're heading to Alice and doing a bit of the Outback around there, so that will be up next week, so stay tuned.
So we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
See you then.
In South Australia I was born.
Heave away, haul away.
In South Australia round Cape Horn.
We're bound for South Australia.